and on a transplant list. Well, he finally got the call that would change his life. WEAR's Haley Samples met with Dino Marzoni today.
Haley, that transplant working out well, and he's got a special person to thank for it.
Yeah, Bob Sue, his family tells me this surgery has changed Marzoni's life and theirs. They tell me this transplant bonds them together more than ever. As Dino Marzoni walks into his follow-up appointment.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Good to see you. Hello, good to see you.
He lets out a sigh of relief.
I'm good and healed up and feeling good.
His story starts 3 years ago. Doctors had concerns over his high blood pressure. A series of tests later revealed he had stage 4 kidney failure.
I was hospitalized for about 2 weeks and then had to start doing dialysis.
For 3 years, he spent 12 hours a week doing treatment on top of his 9-to-5 job.
It just really felt like being hooked up to that machine was just sucking the life out of me more and more. There was a point where I didn't want to do it. I was just ready to call it quits and be done.
The next best option was surgery. The problem was finding the right match. Dr. Matthew Sanders says all patients are added to the wait list for a transplant. He says in this region of the country, it could take 6 to 8 years before finding a donor.
We encourage all people to, if they have a living donor option, to pursue it. Living donor kidney works better than a deceased donor kidney long term. And 2, it allows them to bypass the wait list.
My name was on the list, but there was no telling when or if it was ever going to come up.
The routine of weekly dialysis became too much to bear. One day, Marzoni received a call from Ascension Sacred Heart Pensacola, which the family had never contacted before. They offered the transplant to Marzoni as long as he had a living donor.
We all talked about it, and we all were willing to help in any way that we could.
Joy Salas is Dino Marzoni's daughter. Marzoni says her blood was a 98% match, making her the perfect donor for her father.
I was so afraid that I was going to lose my dad, and so there was no second guessing.
Marzoni and his daughter underwent a successful transplant in November.
Right out of surgery in the recovery room, I was sitting up in a chair. I was ready to go.
Marzoni is ready to live life without dialysis in the picture, traveling the world and spending time with family.
The pride that I have that she saved my life is unexplainable.
And doctors say kidney failure impacts nearly 1 million Americans. But for now, Marzoni will continue traveling in from Mobile County monthly to make sure his health stays in check. Reporting live in Pensacola, I'm Haley Samples.